Hey, hello Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope we're all doing well. I hope we're all still high on those vapours of victory. I thought I'd do a stream because I'm not hearing many Spurs fans talk us up at the moment. It's all, woe is us, woe is us, woe is us. We're deluded if we say we're in a title race and all that. Well, let me just show you Exhibit A for the defence here, or the prosecution. I'll go defence because prosecutors are knobs. Here we go. Can someone tell me who is in a title race at the moment? I just did a video about this earlier, you know. I mean, the race is on. The race has started, hasn't it? It started a couple of months ago. I know it's a long race, but it's still a race, and we're in it right now, aren't we? So you tell me. I'm a moron. Who's in the title race? Man City, okay. Not Tottenham Hotspur, but we're second. So people are actually saying that these teams lower that are not playing as well as us, they're the ones. They're in a title race, but poor old Spurs, no, we can't possibly be in a title race. Look, right at the moment, we are. I don't know how long that will last. I say we're going to win the league every year. I've been saying it every year since 1978. I'm not in it to be right or wrong. Ego's not part of this. I don't care. I'm in it to have fun. And right now, we're in the title race. That's it. We are placed second. But not only that, destiny is in our own hands because we're within 1 point of Manchester City. So if we beat them twice, we'll be 5 points ahead, won't we? I mean, you can call me deluded all you want, but we are second in the Premier League by 1 point. And not only that, unlike, last year when we were sort of winning, at the beginning we were winning, jagging results here. It was horrible football. And, I was in two minds. Are we actually going to start clicking and playing well? Or is it all going to go downhill? It all went downhill. But this year, I've enjoyed every minute of watching Tottenham Hotspur play. Are we not the best right now? Are we not the best team in the Premier League? I mean, someone can say I'm wrong if you want, but this minute, I'm not talking about next week or in a month's time when all these injuries that are going to happen. Oh, we've got a paper-thin squad. Oh, if we have a couple of injuries, we're going to be rubbish. There's no injuries at the moment. Well, there's injuries, but we can cope with it at the moment. So right now, reality, this moment, this very second, we are in a title race. That's it. I'll give you Exhibit B for the defence. I like this one. Look at that. What was the score in the weekend then, Scousers? All the VAR hubbub and refereeing. Blah, 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 blah. What does that say? What does that say? It says Tottenham Hotspur 2, and that's Liverpool 1. There's no rematch. There's no debate about. Look at that. Tottenham 2, Liverpool 1. So we get 3 points and Liverpool get 0 points. And look at it. For all those statistically minded people, all the stats were all on top of everything. So I don't care about that. That's the one you want. 2-1. 2-1 to Spurs. Since we started the season, we've played a lot of away games. We've played Manchester United. We've played Arsenal. We've played Liverpool. And how many points have we dropped in our first 7 games? We've only dropped 4 points. 2 draws. I don't understand how people are saying we're not at this very moment in a title race, because we bloody well are. I don't know. And, you can call this clickbait all you want. I don't care. I'm not doing it for clickbait. It's what I think right now. We're the best team in the country. That's it. Who's better? Who? What, Liverpool? Are they better? No, not on the weekend. Arsenal? No. Who else? Man City might be. I haven't watched them. They're 1 point ahead of us. So, you know, I suppose they are better than us at the moment. Who else is there? Newcastle? Where are they? Hang on. Let me just bring up the table again. Where's Newcastle in all this? Oh, they're right down there, aren't they? Oh, God, they're below West Ham. They're below West Ham. Who's there? Aston Villa, they're doing all right at the moment. There's Liverpool, points behind us. Arsenal, goal difference behind us, but we saw them the other week. What, you think Arsenal are a better team than Tottenham Hotspur at the moment? Didn't you watch the game last week? I think we played them off the park. And Liverpool, when it was 11 v 11, we were 1-0 up. What more do you want? What more do you want? Super chats and memberships are available. I just want to balance the karma in the Spurs ARE at the moment, because it seems some people think, don't get ahead of yourselves. I can do whatever the bloody hell I want. Ange Postecoglou, our gaffer, told us. He told me. He said, let the fans run away with it, and it's up to us to live up to their expectations, not for us to be all meek and kissing the arse of all the other teams. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry we won. I'm sorry we beat Liverpool. You know, we were lucky. We shouldn't have won that game. Bollocks! Bollocks! We're number 2 in the league. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, let's get on to the comments, because there's a few people in here. Hello, everyone. I thought I'd do it at a weird time. I've just done a bit of a shift at work. I was on Jacob's stream this morning. I love going on Jacob's stream. Unfortunately, I haven't got the time to do it as much these days, but he's one of my favourite channels, is Jacob. Always a good vibe there. So anyway, that was my little rant about, don't you start saying we're in a title race. Fuck off. Fuck off. We're in a title race. Bollocks. We might not be in a month's time. I don't know. But right now we fucking are. Bang goes my monetization. But well, there you go. Hello, everyone. Warrior without master. The Ronin returns. Oh my God, Liverpool fans carrying on like we shot their mother. I know. What, you know what they're getting upset about? Just that. A linesman waving his flag. How many matches? I mean, maybe you've got to be as old as me, but I look at my YouTube demographics. I know you're all farts like me. How many matches have you seen where you get a goal, you don't get a goal with a linesman's flag? It happened all the bloody time. But now, we've got this still photo. We've got this one still photo of the guy being onside or onside or whatever. That photo, was it the point of contact with the ball? I don't know. I didn't see it run through. But the linesman, Johnny on the spot, he offsided it. VAR didn't get involved because, I don't know, Stockley Park refuse fumes or something. Yeah, I know, man. Warrior without master. What are they on about? God, it's pathetic. Pathetic. Milton Abreu, Yasarian, unlucky Broncos. Yeah, I saw a comment from Yasarian somewhere. Oh, I missed it, have I? Oh, no, he's first up. Bugger hell. Sorry, Yasarian. Afternoon, Paul and hippies. What tangents can we yarn about to move away from the already tedious discussion about how Spurs didn't deserve to win this weekend? This is bonkers, isn't it? How about looking forward to our next match? Yeah, and you know what, Yasarian? It was a great grand final. I'm more of a dabbler in rugby league, but it was a really good game, and it was swings and roundabouts. It was all Panthers, and then the Broncos started having a bit of a flourish here, and then the second half they were brilliant, and then Penrith just came back, man. But yeah, Brisbane will be back. The same thing happened with Penrith. When the Storm was on the ascendancy, Penrith had to go through the same old rigmarole. I think you've got a lot to look forward to, Load of old hoo-ha. I saw some press thing saying, something about Adam Reynolds' speech after the game. I don't know what the story is, but he just lost the grand final. What do you expect from the guy? I thought he did really well under the circumstances. I wouldn't want to bloody talk after that. I thought he did fine. But yeah, hard luck, Isarian. Next year, maybe. You got more of a chance than the Dragons anyway. Afternoon, Paul, and everyone in the chat. Love going to work. Being a Spurs fan, while 75% of my team are loser of our pool. Rub it in, mate. Rub it in. Just get some sand in the Vaseline, man. That's what you want. You're sorry, an unlucky Broncos, bro. Well, it wasn't unlucky. It wasn't unlucky. That's the way it went. I'm a Souths fan. Everyone supports better team than Dragons, don't they? Because Dragons are like the worst. And our legend halfback is yours. Look after him. Well, Souths, you didn't do him right, did you? All he wanted to do was play with Souths. You wouldn't give him a contract. And he certainly doesn't look like he's only got, like, well, that's it. That would have been the end of his contract now, wouldn't it? So South stuffed it up. Idiots. Tim Pereggi, oi, mate. Oi, Tim. Hello there. Mark Satoshi, yeah, I saw your comment today, man. Yeah, bugger them. Bugger them. Well, we've got the Spurs fans, the fans of all the other teams kind of uniting now. You got Man United fans sticking up, saying, "Oh, Liverpool were robbed. Liverpool were robbed." But what's disappointing is when I see Spurs fans be all meek and mild over this, and I don't get it. When you're on top, put the boot in. Put the boot in. We're on. Well, we're second. That's nearly on top, isn't it? Might be on 2nd December the 3rd, or I think the kickoff's in England on the 2nd of December, but it's the 3rd here. It's all I can go by. Maybe we'll be top. So, all I hear is, what if we have injuries? Well, what if Erling Haaland sprains his cock or something? God. Warrior without master. Fact remains. They were undisciplined. Yes. Thank you, man. They were undisciplined, lost men to legit red card offences, and couldn't handle the pressure and crack the end. And, I said in my preview video that Liverpool had got a red card in them, and I didn't expect it to be 2, but we put them under pressure. I said in my video today earlier, if that was Harry Winks on the ball, would Jones have gone in with such a reckless challenge? No, he wouldn't. But Yves Bissouma is a threat, just like all our players are threats. So you go a bit reckless, and that's it. It's early bath time for you. And as for, what's his name? Jota, I don't care if people think that, that first yellow card wasn't a yellow. Well, it was. I mean, it was, because the referee held up this yellow card. That's all that matters. So if you can't discipline yourself, even if you think it's unfair, didn't deserve that, you've got to play as if you're on a yellow card. And he couldn't do it because we bloody well rattled them. We rattled them like we've done every team this year. We're on the front foot and they're on the back foot. And I'm not having it any other way. Oh, I've got a big super chat here. Roosper. Hello, man. It's a new name, I think, man. Thanks for the $10. Love your work, Paul. Thanks, man. Thoroughly enjoyed the salty Scouser fans. 82 don't he do? Come here, like fucking chicken. Enjoy the ride. Let's keep it going. Yeah, well, while we're going well, you might as well make hay while the sun shines. I've been a Spurs fan enough years to know that when things are going well, I'm going to bloody smile about it. Hang on, just getting the comments here. So, yeah, thanks, Mark. Yeah, thanks for your support in the comments, man, as well. Milton O'Brega, Paul the Hotspur hippie, to spit some truth, knowledge, and fire. You shall not pass. Warrior without master, top 4 are title contenders at the moment. Well, I mean, strictly speaking, everyone in the Premier League tables a title contender, aren't they? It's all mathematically possible. We're all in the race together. But top 4, yeah, I'll take that. I'll narrow it down for you. Top two. Top two. Because we played Liverpool and Arsenal off the park. Are they what? Are they going to come back and be better than us some mysterious fashion? No. I love talking smack when we're doing well. Well, edit out Spurs, typical media. Yeah, I know. Oh, look, I love it, man. I love it. The more they write us off, the better it is for us. It's hilarious, you know. They can't give us a break. Like I could not believe the reaction after the Arsenal game, where Gary Neville was in essence saying Arsenal would have won if they had better players. I mean, oh, well, really, Gary? I mean, he was saying that Arsenal, if they had a proper striker, they would have won. All right, so would we. If we had better players, we'd win everything. We'd win the quadruple, but we don't. It's bonkers. Hey, Arsenal would have won if they had a decent number 9. They would. Well, they don't, do they? They're crap. All the other teams are crap apart from Tottenham Hotspur. It's the way football works. Bugger them. Rudy Ness, you can't win the title at this time of year, but you can lose it. We haven't lost it. Hey, I don't mind the way you've put that, Rudy. Fair enough. Yeah, we could have no wins, no points, couldn't we? We're still in it. We're still in it. Oh, but no, we've got to be realistic. Bollocks. Bollocks we do. Bollocks. I mean, people are falling over. Spurs fans are falling over themselves to knock Spurs in public forums. Piss off. I don't care. Reasoned and balanced, I hear. Anyone that ever says they're unbiased, and I can tell you this from mental health training. I've got a graduate diploma in counselling. I've done suicide counselling. I've done loads of training on prejudices and biases. And anyone that says they're not biased in some way or don't have a prejudice in some way is talking out of their arse. Everyone does. Everyone. Me, you, them, everyone, to quote the Blues Brothers. So all you got to do is just understand that you've got those. And in certain circumstances, it can help you be a better person in life, you know? But as far as, I'm not talking about supporting a football team. Bollocks to being unbiased. I support Tottenham. Want everyone else to lose. Everything. All the time. Fortunately, fickle fortune. Milton Obrega, I kept saying, everyone said before the season started, Newcastle would be top 4, and they lost to a 10-man Liverpool. Oh, there you go. 2-1. But we beat Liverpool. We did, didn't we? We are lucky, Liverpool fans. Oh, well, you know, that's it. We're just fortunate. We're just lucky to be second. Lucky. Oh, don't worry about us, folks. Don't worry about us. There's nothing to see here. We're just lucky. We're just lucky. Ange White of Oz. Ange is experiencing chasing a lead. He'll pace himself and overtake Man City in the last 3 rounds. It's entirely possible, man. You know, and those times that in these last couple of games that we've been doing the substitutions of the likes of Son and Maddison, that might come good later in the season when they've still got some legs in them. You know, he's playing the long game, is Ange. You know, I see people, you know, in one breath they'll say, oh, the fans have got to stay. We've all got to stick behind Ange Postecoglou. By the way, he buggered up the Carabao Cup and his substitutions were crap against Arsenal. I mean, what do you want? It's bonkers, isn't it? Stay behind the manager, except when he fuck the Carabao Cup. Who gives a shit? David Shear, member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Thank you for your support, David. G'day, Paul, and everyone in the chat. Well, g'day to you, David. Milton Obrega, South's Broncos grand final next year. You know, I'd love to say Dragons, but I mean, there's a limit to even my delusion, man. You know, oh dear. Speaking of Dragons, St George Dragons #1 ticket fan is in the house. Tassaronis, Yasu, brother. He's from the neighbourhood. Love your work. Second better, a lot better than my rugby league team. Yeah, in Aussie, bless. I know, man. I know. Well, I mean, you can be a Spurs supporter. Ange is from your neighbourhood. You know, come on over. Bring all your mates over. There's always more room in the Tottenham tent for anyone that wants to come in. David Shear, to be fair, I'm getting peed off with the negativity about Spurs by the pundits and some Spurs fans. Well, that's why I'm here, man. You know, what's the point of supporting a football team if it don't make you happy? It's not, you know, haven't given us a lot to be happy about recently. It's been a bit of a hard watch, but it's still, I'd still rather watch that than not watch it. And at the moment, it's brilliant. What could be possibly better than at the moment? So, yeah, pundits. I can take them or leave them, man, because most of them come from the Liverpool, Manchester United stock, you know. It's just the way it is. I don't blame them. But, yeah, some Spurs fans. I mean, look, everyone can support the club in any way they see fit. And if people don't think we're on a charge or in a title race, that's fine for them. But I think we are. And I'll bloody well say it. It might all change in 2 months. We might lose against Luton and all that. But right now, look at this. I don't want to keep banging on about it, but right now, this is the best information I've got to go on, isn't it? Is this? There's not some other mysterious table around, a shadow table lurking around where all the luck is factored in. No, look at that. Tottenham Hotspur. God. I mean, if we're not in a title race right now, I'd love to know who is. Who is? If we're not, who is? What, the 5th team? The 6th team? God, do me a favour. Hang on, I've lost my place in the comments here. Here we go. Jeff, hello. Hello to Perth. G'day, Paul. Hope you're well. Come on, you Spurs forever. That's right, man. Come on, you Spurs. You're sorry, and history is written by the victors. Sadly, that is the case, man. Sadly, that is the case. Yeah, I know. I think I'm doing a video about the vote next week. I know it's off topic, and I don't like mixing politics and football, but this to me isn't politics. What's happening next weekend? And some wrongs need to be righted in this country for sure. David Shear, Alex, the self-entitled oracle on Spurs, shoot me hugely, coming in Spurs. I don't. What you're talking about, Mr. Box Office? I don't mind him. I quite like the guy, but you know, I get where people are coming from sometimes. You know, some people have just been burnt a lot by Spurs in the past. But I think, and I don't think Alex is one of these, but I think some people just like being negative about Spurs for clickbait. Just as someone said that people are positive for clickbait. I think people are negative for clickbait. I think people are negative and clickbaity and like having stupid internet debates about nothing. And I can't be bothered doing that. Doesn't mean I don't want to hear anyone else's opinion. That's fine. I'll hear and I'll listen and I'll understand. I'm not going to argue with them. No, what's the point in that? As long as we as human beings understand where each other's coming from and not play some zero-sum game of bullshit, we'd all be better off. Joe says City probably better at the moment. Oh, well, you know, I haven't seen them, man. So, well, I mean, they've got one more point than us at the moment, haven't they? So, looks like they're better. But just wait till we play them. Another test. We haven't played anyone yet. Don't worry about Tottenham. Play your second string 11, Pep. Okay, three-legged dog. Hello, man. Nice surprise, Paul, with your mid-afternoon stream. So glad to get some Hotspurs positivity. There should be more of it. What do you want? Second in the league. We've dropped 4 points. It's our best start since what? Past 1965 or something. Ange Postecoglou has has got 58, 51 undefeated home games in a row. Tottenham Hotspur, I think that might be, is that our 8th or 9th game without defeat? I know we beat Leeds last day of the season. Who did we play just before that? Can't remember. But remember, our biggest non-losing streak in the Premier League is only 14, so we're not far off it. Hey, yucky dar, Alison. Welsh gal, big up Paul and Commune. People are scared that the proper order of things is not happening. I know, man. People don't like disturbation. Boy, am I loving seeing the pundits confused and flummoxed. Big Ange and the Spurs are on the march. They are, man. It's great to be part of it. I've been blowing my trumpet. I don't know where my trumpet is, actually. I haven't played it in years. I'm not very good at it. Let's not get carried away. Bollocks. Yeah, sorry, and I get the feeling Ange didn't need to give you permission to get carried away. Well, you know. So, look, the only thing I can go on, the main thing I can go on is, am I enjoying the football I'm watching? And that's it. I'm enjoying the football. And whatever happens as a result of that happens as a result of it. But I'm loving watching us play. So, you know, I get carried away when we're second in the league and we've just beaten Liverpool. We haven't beaten for ages. Why not? It doesn't affect the team. I can get carried away as much as I want. It's not going to make them play better or worse. I'm in Sydney. I'm not on the phone to them going, yeah, we're going to win the league. It doesn't affect shit. So, but I am following Ange's orders, Yossarian, you know. Adrian Newman, love the rant. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I've got a few rants in me sometimes, you know. Tim Peregi, old fart, I resemble that remark. Oh, we all do, you know. But, you know, on the good side is, when you get to my age, you've lost your fear of dying young, which is a positive. Edward White, Spursiness will have a new meaning at the end of the season. Yeah. Well, Spursy always had a different meaning to me anyway. Spursy is Paul Gascoigne scoring a free kick against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. Spursy is the Graham Roberts tackle of Steve McKenzie that led a ball out to Tony Galvin up the wing to Ricky Villiers to score one of the best FA Cup goals ever. That's Spursy to me. All this Spursy stuff, that's just lazy journalism, man. Lazy journalism. Milton Breggett, wave the flags, Paul. I need proof. I need to get a linesman's flag, don't I? I've got a Spurs top here. There you go. Offside. Offside. No goal. No goal. Couldn't you overcome one disallowed goal, Liverpool? Champions material. You couldn't just overcome one little decision that went against you against Tottenham. Such a shame, man. Such a shame. There should be a royal commission, an inquiry into it. We need to uphold the standards of refereeing. Refereeing's always been kind of, you know, it's a human game, isn't it? God, it's never going to, like Ange said in his press conference, it's never going to be perfect. You can have all the camera angles as you want, but you've still got some bloke or woman, some human being there, and you're relying on them to push the right button at the right time. Of course they're going to cock it up once in a while. Adrian Newman, I can't read that one out, sorry, man. Gary, too many Spurs fans suffer from Stockholm syndrome and need to get a grip. We're in a title race. Okay, not my words, but Gary's words. Gary, I was pointing at the comments on my screen. It's down here, isn't it? It's official. Gary says we're in a title race right now. Right now. We are in a title race. Prove me wrong. Anyone. Alison says, getting ready for work. Fortunate, man. Putting my Spurs shirt on. That's it. Lay into him, man. Get into him. Borodar. James Paratrooper, this is our time to shine. Tottenham glory for the next decade. We'll win the title this season. Hey, man, I hope we do. I think we've got more of a shot next season. But I'm not ruling it out this season. Why would I? Oh, we might get injuries. Oh. Don't forget, Alisson kept Liverpool in the game on the weekend as well. You know, I'm people are overlooking that. It's not like we didn't have any chances before they went down to 9 men. And I've heard comments, oh, we couldn't break down 9 men. Well, we did, didn't we? We did. We got a winning goal. What do you want? Well, you want 4-1, 5-1? 2-1's good enough. One goal more than the other side means you get 3 points. It's easy. Tim Preggy, they're used to ragging on us now, the shoes on the other foot. They can do it. Yeah, they can do what they want. Love it. Love it. Dave Shear, Jota did so many bad tackles before the first yellow card. I thought, yeah, I know. He's ill discipline. I picked it. Liverpool have got ill discipline. And you know what? I reckon it might be a reflection of the manager. You know, when things don't go his way, even remember when we played them last year, it might have been the year before, we might have got a draw or something. Jurgen Klopp. Sorry, phone call there. That's Mountain Bushman calling me. Jurgen Klopp was complaining about the way we were playing football. He don't like losing. Well, I mean, no one likes losing, but he loses his rag. So is it any surprise that when things don't go the way of Liverpool, the football team, they all start getting a bit ropey? They're a reflection of their manager. In contrast, Tottenham Hotspur remain calm because look at our guy on the sideline, keeping it nice and calm. Inside, full of turmoil and emotion, but he knows in that moment the best thing that a manager can do, just play it cool, just like the Fonz. George Carteris, we're a bit lucky, but who cares? Yeah, bugger it. Bugger it. Sometimes you get unlucky, so you might as well just take it. And you know, you didn't see me whinging about the Romero handball last week. Decisions happen, man. Sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. And it's your job, if you're a good team, you've got to overcome all the obstacles. And some of those is the odd little way, a lot of linesman's flag. If you're going to capitulate when that happens, you're not champion material. Bugger off. Go and play Tiddlywinks or Battleships or something. James Paratrooper, there are a lot of weak-minded Tottenham fans, AOK fans. Look, I'm not true support. I wouldn't say that either, man. Look, like I say, everyone can support the club the way they want. I can disagree with them, but I'm not going to say they're not proper fans. Apologise for the win. No, I haven't seen anyone apologising for the win. Nah. I mean, I saw people coming close to it. We won because of our press and attacking mindset. Yeah, I agree, man. Celebrate the damn thing. I know. Why did Liverpool get red cards? Why? Because they were under pressure. When it was 11 v 11, 1-0 to Tottenham, you know. Jamie Gate, that's the best Scouse impression I ever heard of. Off the bed. Have a good one. Thanks, man. Quiet. Fuck shit. You're cooking the fucking chicken. Sorry, I'll be in Wollongong in a week. Okay, as one of my kids is playing a Football Australia Invitational team. Nice one, man. National Football Championships after not being selected for Queensland this year. Ah, well, what do Queensland know? Queensland's lost to Australia again, isn't it? Nice one. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Absolute bore. The hypocrisy is incredible. Well, I don't know if you're talking about me, but this isn't a democracy. It's a Hotspur hypocrisy. Adrian Newman, mate, are Spurs a destination club now? If so, how will the January trade window change the side? Who will we get in? Look, I don't know, man. I don't really know much about players that don't play for Tottenham, but we're only going to get better, I would have thought. You know, everyone's talking about injuries. Well, we're probably, you know, maybe 2-3 signings away from winning everything the way we're playing at the moment. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Bollocks. Get ahead of myself. Don't tell me what to do. Do I look like I respect authority, let alone someone on the internet? Tim Priggy, fortunes favours the brave. Absolutely, man. Let's be brave. And I liked it. And did you see Tim when in Ange's press conference, and he was talking about the bravery of the team. You have to be brave to play the way we're playing, you know. And I did like it in at the beginning of the Liverpool game when we was doing the little triangles at the back. But even when they didn't come off and Liverpool nicked the ball, I didn't feel any like angst from the Spurs fans. It was kind of laughing a bit. It's like, well, we're going to get back in 5 minutes. It don't matter. Whereas like a few games earlier, we were sitting there clenching, going, stop doing that. We're going to lose the ball. But now we've got confidence. We've got a bit of swagger. David Shear loved the fact Ange doesn't give a flying rat's ass. Yeah. It's all water off the duck's back to him, man. Doesn't care. Milton O'Brien, Liverpool fans forgot about the UCL final. Well, just on that, man. Hang on. It wasn't the penalty and Sissoko's mishap that lost us that final. We lost the final. So, you know, I was never one moaning about the decision because, like I say, some decisions don't go your way and you've got to be good enough to take whatever's thrown at you. What lost us that game is our heads went down and we didn't even try after it. That's why we lost. Liverpool were the deserved winners of that game. Milton Brega, can't please everyone. Yeah, I'm not trying to please anyone. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. I'm over the negative crap people give to their own players. Kulu being the current whipping boy on Saturday. Yeah, well, no, I think Kulu's doing all right. I was quite impressed with his strength. You know, there was a couple of times where he was getting it at the ball in awkward areas, and it wasn't his speed that was getting him out of trouble. It was his ability to just hold players off somehow and get past them. But yeah, I get it. When he's getting in the box, he likes cutting inside. That's the thing everyone's saying. I don't care. We scored. Ian, hey Paul, great to see you out and about in Sydney. Yeah, thanks, man. Nice to be out there again. Would love to know if there's a Spurs supporter group around Sydney. Would love to watch games with other fans. As far as I know, man, it's not something I go to. I think the Oz Spurs watch games live in a pub in Surrey Hills. It's the Surrey Hills Hotel or the Strawberry Hills Hotel. It's on their website, but it's just too awkward for me. Andrew Sotz, it's realistic that we could be on top going into Christmas, or am I dreaming too much? We could be. I mean, why not? No, we've got to run a favourable fixtures now, so it's what we make of them. I don't know what Man City's fixtures are. I don't know what anyone else's fixtures are. But if we're still sniffing about by the time we play Man City, is everyone forgetting they lost to Wolves on the weekend? I mean, is that just like, no one's saying Man City are crap and they've cracked or anything like that. They lost one game. They lost against Wolves. We haven't lost anything yet. Undefeated, just like those idiots down the road. But their day will come. We shouldn't take Wolves lightly. They turned over Man City and it was marvellous. Well, you know, that was Man City. Maybe we could do a number on them and get them a bit worried. Craig the Gecko Man. Wow, okay. It's an interesting name. Hang on. Pour myself some Coke here. Oh. Get the feeling others are waiting for Mr. Nice Guy Ange to fail. It's funny, eh? Don't think they understand how ruthless he is. That's why he doesn't get close to players, so he can make tough decisions. Oh, he is ruthless. Don't worry about it. David Shear, I'm loving the ride with it all, Paul. I mean, you're cool with Ange and Co. Yeah. You know, if the wheels fall off tomorrow, that's tomorrow. Today, we're in a Bentley chugging down the highway. So I'm going to enjoy it for what it is at the moment. I'm not going to worry about what happens tomorrow. Bugger that. The double is on. It certainly is, man. David Shearer, our def are bloody awesome. Defence, yeah, they are. When you compare it to last year, man, they're not doing bad. James Paratrooper, Mr. Box Office is entertaining as hell. His videos are fun. Yeah, I like watching Alex. Milton Abrega, in the name of our Father and our Son, we trust. Oh, I can't say stuff like that. Gary, I'd love for you to go on that Clickbait Warriors. Yeah, no, it doesn't interest me, man. I have been on from time to time. I've kind of worked out what channels I want to go on and what channels I don't, and I don't know. You know, it doesn't interest me. What am I going to debate? What? Someone's going to say Spurs are crap. I'm deluded, and I'm just going to say, oh, if you think that, I don't care. It really doesn't bother me what people think. Ren, Paul, yes, love your content. Thanks, man. I mean, I don't think I'm happy clapping. Like when we're bad, I mean, it hasn't happened since I started my own channel, but bloody hell, the build-ups I was doing on Irish Hotspur, it was hard to get motivated for them, the dog poo we were playing last year. But at the moment, we're brilliant. Dave Shearer, is great seeing the three young men on the bench. Well deserved, methinks. Yeah, bit of new blood. Lets them know the door's open or the door's ajar, and they'll get their chances. Tigero, SPT, g'day, man, member of the Hotspur hippie commune. Afternoon, Paul, as is David Shearer, I forgot to say that. Ren, there's always going to be one team that's unhappy with the result. If we listen to those who whinge the loudest, where will we end up? I know. You're sorry, and I agree with you completely, Paul. Thanks, man. If we can't enjoy ourselves, what's the point? I'm carried away too, yeah. Look, I think it's more, I think some people have got the idea that everything you say is kind of, it's written down into this big ledger of opinions, and you've got two columns, right and wrong, and some at some point in history or some, I don't know, where all the scores are totted up to see who was right more than there. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Of course I'm wrong. I'm a human being. I'm wrong all the time, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm with you, man. Ben Kaufman, hello everyone. Yeah, Ben, still keeping calm but enjoying it. Nah, bugger keeping calm. Well, you can keep calm. I'm not. Sod it. We're second in the league. Hang on, just in case we've got a few people in here. Just in case any of you have missed it, because I'm hearing talk we're not in a title race. My question is, if Tottenham Hotspur aren't in a title race, who is? Who? One of these teams lower than us that are not as good as us? One of these ones? Or is it just Man City, in which case we might as well just all pack up and go home now? My reading of this is we're in a title right now, this minute, we're in a title race. There we go. How long we're in it for? Who knows, man. Football's a funny old game. But right now, we're in it. People are acting like there was an open goal that we kept missing. Totally forgetting one of the best keepers in the league was... Yeah, I know. Allison played a blinder for them. And then, when they went down to 9 men and stuck every man in the box, well, there's not going to be much space in there. And yeah, I get it. We were trying to go in over the top. It didn't work. But eventually we sort of twigged, went round behind, we won the game. We won. David Shearer, we get the same reactions to the VAR and review systems in all sports here from Aussie Rules. Yeah. Bunker and the cricket one. One common theme seems to be dropping the standard of there. I mean, for me, it just disrupts the flow of the game. I'm a hippie. I think sporting events or games, they have kind of an energy or a flow, sort of a spirit. And the more you can leave that to its own devices, I think the more fulfilling it is for everyone watching. So that's my main problem with VAR, is it the start-stop nature, you know, splitting flies on the back of a fly to find out what's true and what's false, where you just let it go and it all sorts itself out. But yeah, the bunk, you know, so in rugby league here, they have VAR, but on some games they don't have it. Like when they play it in regional areas, they don't have the bunker, which is the VAR review, and those games seem to get on just fine. Ren, yep, I think they have a sense of entitlement. They thought they had a right to win, and they annoyed they didn't. I know. Brilliant, isn't it? Just going to enjoy some more Klopp tears. Jacob from United Spurs of America just sent me over a vial of Klopp tears. Makes everything taste better, even Coca-Cola, which is already the best drink in the world. Absolute bore. Them deflecting on defeat, showing up fear. That's it. It's the last thing you want to do. I mean, like, I'm no football coach, but if you lose, is to whinge about things that could have gone your way and things that didn't go your way. Okay, well, that's great, Liverpool. You just assume that it was all circumstances and nothing to do with Tottenham. Don't take the opportunity to take anything you can learn out of the game and think, well, hang on a minute. If we weren't such reckless dickheads, we wouldn't have got 2 players sent off. If we got a goal disallowed for offside, maybe we should have scored another one. But you didn't do it. So you just think everything's okay, Liverpool. You just blame everything else. That's something Tottenham ain't going to do. Ange said after the press conference he felt our attack was, I've forgotten the exact words he said, but it was along the lines of it was repetitive. We were trying the same thing all the time. So Ange knows what we're not doing right. He knows where we can get better. He's not there whinging about this and whinging about that. And it's after we won a game. So we're only going to get better. You know, we're going to face more of these teams, not just when they go down to 9 men, but try and park the bus. And that's a challenge for Spurs at the moment, is to find maybe a way that we can get a result earlier in the game. But look, if it stays at we only get the result in the 95th minute, I'm happy with that. I don't care. Milton, my daughter says hi. Hello, Claire. Nice to have you watching. Probably with your dad. Where are the lands? Where are the lands? I don't even know what that word is. Drooler, morning, man. Morning, Paul. Just gone 7 in the morning over here. What a run. We're on choo-choo. That's it. Woo-woo. Riding on the Ange Express and I'm not getting off. That's right. That's it. It's where we all want to be. Just enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride. Ren, from the Gong. Is that where you're, Paul? No, I'm in Sydney, man. I don't get to the Gong too often. But it is a nice place. Hypocrisy at Liverpool. Oh, yeah, no. That's all right, man. Oi. Doing all this on my phone at the moment because my PC don't like hot weather. Hotspur hypocrisy. Gold. That's what it is, man. Yeah, trademark that, my friend. I'll buy the T-shirt. You know, I was looking at, because a few people have asked me about merch. I've mentioned this before, so I'm sort of looking into it. I mean, it does look like a pain in the ass. I'm just worried if, you know, I go with one of these firms and any of you lot order something and it's like shit. I won't feel particularly good about that, you know. But I don't know. I might look into it a bit more. I don't know. I just, whatever the designs be, it's not going to be like a T-shirt with my face on it because I want to wear it myself. I don't want to wear a T-shirt with my head on it. It'd be quite funny, but stupid. Ren, winning is about belief. Absolutely. It is. It is. You've got to think you've got a chance of doing it. Well, just don't turn up then. We might as well, oh, no, we're not going to win anything this year. We'll get enough points to avoid relegation and we'll just forfeit all our game. I think if you forfeit a game, it's 3-0. That's all right. We'll just do that. Dave Shearer, love that we aren't as worried if we go behind and that every Spurs player is giving their all. Yeah, Well, we didn't go behind this week for a change, but and I've been quite relaxed when we've been going behind because it's usually been like an early goal. And it's like, well, we've got over an hour to get back in the game. It's not a problem, and the players are playing that way as well. Oh, like Liverpool, have just lost their bloody heads. They just lost they panicked. James Paratroop, Klopp shouldn't worry about things he can't change, like VAR. Absolutely, you're bang on here, man. Should worry about his hothead team with 5 yellow and 2 red cards. That's why I thought they had a red card in them, because they've already had 2 from previous games. So they've had a total of 4 red cards. So something's going on there, man. That's not a good disciplinary record. I don't mind yellows and reds going around, but they seem to have a pattern of when things aren't going their way or, adversity, they crack. And here's our Ramiro, the hothead. Cool as a cucumber. 3-legged dog. I enjoyed that Happy Days clip on Facebook. And all the players' fans celebrating to the tune of Happy Days. Oh, I haven't seen that, man. Oh, that'd be cool. I will go and search that out, man. Yeah, no, that's excellent. I love that Henry Winkler did a video for Ange saying, if I sign you a poster, will you put me back up on your wall? I love that, man. Yeah. Sorry, I hope Ange gets his sign poster from Henry. I mean, the Fonz was the coolest shit going, wasn't he? He really was. He'd thump the wall and the lights would switch on. He was that cool. Ren, not a happy clapper. It's okay to be happy when things are going good. There's enough pain in football as it is, yeah. And look, you know what? Even when last year when we were playing bad, if there's some fan out there that's still happy about, looking at the bright side, I'm not going to piss on their rainbow. If they're having fun, they're having fun. That's what we're all doing it for. Take away from the tedium of bloody life and mega capitalism. We can just go and watch people kick a football around, a futile, meaningless exercise, and we give it importance, and it makes us feel good. Well, I talk for myself. It makes me feel good. That's why I do it. I'm not there to be right or wrong or points scored or whatever. Who gives a shit? You don't have to correct your spelling, man. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. Warrior without master. Really on points. The title race is positioned at 1-9. Yeah. And we're well placed in that race. Yeah. It's up for grabs for everyone at the moment, When does the race start? It started in August. That's when the race started. It's not starting in January. It started in August. And we're up there. 3-legged dog. We're in a title race right now. But unfortunately, it's a bloody marathon. Well, it is, man. It is a marathon, not a sprint. As Bill Shankly said to the Nottingham Forest players after he retired as Liverpool boss. Brian Clough invited him into the Nottingham Forest dressing room at the start of their, was it 77-78 season, when they were promoted from Division 2 and they won Division 1 straight away. Ren, my club's teams were in the Liverpool, far Queensland Premier League 3 grand finals without VAR. And the energy was so good, fast game, exciting like the good old days. Yeah. My local team is Gladesville Ride Magic, playing in the 3rd Division of New South Wales. And I mean, it's not like refereeing is so tragically bad that the game of football can't be sustained without bloody cameras everywhere. Every day of the week or weekend. In Australia, it's one of the highest participated in sports. Well, I think it is the highest participated in sport at youth level in Australia. There's enough correctness in the way it's administered. that keeps people playing. If it was total rubbish, who would play it? So it's not like it's unsalvageable. Problem is VAR, I just think it came in for gambling. That's all it is. I heard a comment on stream this morning. Someone said, well, if you're so confident Spurs are going to win the title, why don't you put £1,000 on it? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Well, for me personally, gambling is a sin, so I ain't going to do it. But I still think we're going to win. Ren, if you are the better team, you'll score more goals. Yeah. It's not often it goes any other way, really, is it? Don't cheer. The other big six teams are butthurt by our bargain players' level of quality for a fraction of the price, suffering their jocks. I think you've got a fair point there, man. I mean, when you look at James Maddison versus Declan Rice, or even Yves Bissouma, I mean, look, and I'll just take Pape Matar out of this for a second, because I think he's part of the equation as well. But Maddison and Bissouma, what two midfielders are better in the Premier League at the moment? So don't tell me we're not in a title race when we've got the best midfield. I think we've got the best defence. Romero, Van der Ven, Porro had an absolute bloody blinder on the weekend for someone who can't defend. Destiny Udogie. Tell me who the better defence is in the Premier League. Who is it? Or who's, Drew, it's been a long time since we had this kind of feeling. I know. It really is. We're entitled to celebrate like we have. Let's be shameless. Enjoy it. Enjoy the incredible run. Well, I'm telling you, I've not felt this as a Spurs fan since the 80s. I really haven't. What it leads to or what it doesn't lead to, I don't care. Because right now, I feel like that 14-year-old on the shelf watching the likes of Glenn Hoddle and Ozzy Ardiles play football. Because we were always fantastic. We didn't win every game, but we're always great. We're always fun to watch. Now and then we'd have like a really bad game, but that's what happens when you're creative geniuses. Sometimes it just doesn't fall out of the sky for you on a particular day. But I'm feeling that now. I'm feeling excited. Oh, I've got to be realistic. Fuck off. Well said, Driller. Harumph. Or what's the word? What do they say? They don't say order. I don't know. Oh, Lance. A few years back, we played a team that won every game at least 8-0. We literally put 11 players in the box and got the draw. The only time they didn't win all season. Bodies in the box? Well, of course it does. And unlike Jurgen Klopp moaning about when we did it a couple of seasons ago, well, I'm not going to moan. I won't moan about any team playing the box, unless it's Tottenham, because it's a style of football I don't like watching. I don't enjoy it. But to say that the way it's phrased almost is like it's almost like a cheat that some teams just put every man behind the ball, whereas perfectly within the rules, boring to watch. But when Liverpool went down to 9 men, what are they supposed to do? Play free flowing attacking football? There's no chance, because we would have found them out. We were starting to find them out when there were 11 men on the pitch, let alone 9. It's probably the fact they got 2 players sent off that saved them even more embarrassment. So well done, Jones and Jota. You took one for the team, and I think you saved a few blushes there. Ren, I'm on the sunny coast now. Okay, Daddy's from Crimea. Okay. Andy Newen. Forgive me if I pronounce that surname wrong, man. First chat. Hello. Welcome. Is that a liver bird? It's all very small icons in this thing. Is that a liver bird? Is that a Liverpool fan? How are you feeling about it? David Shear, winter here in WA, 18 degrees today and pouring rain, will be 35 by Saturday. We've had a real hot spell in Sydney. Not too hot today, but it's been yesterday where I was driving, it was 37. So that was, but I was driving in a nice air-conditioned car, so I was totally comfortable. It was beautiful. Tottenham Spurs, come on you Spurs. That's right, Andy. That's right. Tigger OSPT. Henry Winkler, is there anyone anywhere and any walk of life that Ange can't reach? He is like gravity. I know, it's crazy, eh? He's loving them. He's, you know, he's taken a long old path to get there, man. You know, coming through the Australian system. I saw an interview. Who was he talking to? I can't remember. It was just in the last couple of days. I think it was, oh, that was it. It was something on YouTube where he was doing like a, you know, where they do the Google most search questions. But I've forgotten who it was for. But there's something that Ange said at one point, and he was talking about how, I think it was like a lot of the kids at school found different ways of saying his surname. And yeah, he's making light of it. But that's the way Australia is, folks. That's the way Australia is. If you're, you know, if you don't come from first fleet of stock, you're not, you know, up there. You know, I'm lucky because, you know, apart from having blonde hair and blue eyes, I'm English, and they kind of look up to me in some stupid way. But Ange has done it the hard way, man. Ange really has. Anyone from any other background like him does it a little bit harder in Australia. That's why I wanted him for the job, because if he was good enough to break out of this stupid Australian system, then he's good enough to manage anywhere. James Paratrooper, Liverpool needs anger management class. Yeah. They need a, you know, Spurs fans don't need to calm down if we think we're in a title chase. Liverpool do need it. You're right. They do need to calm down. There is a sense of entitlement there. And they're coming off the back of an average year for them. You know, they're going to have they're going to have many more obstacles in the year than the one offside flag. This is all we're talking about, folks. One offside flag, and they've completely gone to shit. Their manager has cracked. One offside flag. They go offside. Oh, it's on fire. It's on fire. The state of football is degenerating. We can't sustain the game of football over the planet because one offside flag. That's all you're talking about, Jurgen. Well, it's just that. Just a little bit of material like that. Flopping about in the breeze. It was enough to make you lose your shit. How are you going to be league champions if that puts you off, sunshine? Not a chance. Not a chance. Did you see Ange last week crapping on about the Romero handball? He said, oh, I don't know what handball is anymore. But he didn't blame the result of the game or anything like that on it. It wasn't like a travesty of justice, reprehensible behaviour. No, but Jurgen Klopp and his bunch of prima donnas, oh, we should have won that. You just keep thinking you should win your games and you will get nowhere. I'm going to love it. And I'm going to love seeing Brighton smash you next week because you haven't got any discipline in your ranks. You're going to be 2 players down from your first 11. Magic. Oh. And when the journalist had the temerity to ask Jurgen Klopp, could it be that if it comes down at the end of the season and 2 points are in it? What about Tottenham, man? We're above them in the league. We haven't got players suspended next game. We're in fine full fell. Basuma's probably looking at one when he gets another yellow card at some stage. But, well, them's the breaks. That's what happens in football. But, nah, Liverpool lost it. When you got it, I forgot, a bit different in New South Wales. Queensland Premier League. Okay, right, okay. Oh, the F is for football. Yeah, I'm with you. NA, morning, Yid Army. Generals, that's it, man. And we have the best striker, number 9. Heung-min Son, Song Heung-min. Son Heung-min, Sonny. I mean, how many? I mean, there was another clinical, perfect goal he scored. You know, add that to the 2 against Arsenal, the 3 the week before. I mean, brilliant. Hey, Matthew. Hello, Cowboy, Playboy, Brat. Big win against Liverpool. Wasn't it, man? Wasn't it? The sweetest of victories. I loved it. Loved it. He wears number 7, yeah. I know what you mean, man. Ange's record is giving Spurs fans confidence. Yeah, well, why not? And you know, the more the fans are up for it, you know, that does feed into the players on the ground. Like me over here in Sydney, it don't matter a shit. No one's watching this. Connected with Tottenham, I can say whatever I want. But for the fans that are going to the games, don't underestimate what you're doing there. You know, and the more on it you are, the more the players will be. And I think it's great. And I don't blame the fans for you know, atmospheres in the past, because really they haven't had much to cheer about. They're paying good money, expensive money, to just go and watch crap. But now we're playing well. It doesn't take much, man. It doesn't take much. Ren, it's why I meditate. Live in the moment. That's it. And at the moment, we haven't lost the game, and we're second in the table. I mean, that's where we are, isn't it? Oh, but tomorrow, oh, what if Van der Ven and Romero like break their thumbs in a thumb battle or something like that? Then well, it hasn't happened, has it? Bloody right, Ren. Mark Satoshi thought Richie played a good game. So did I, man. Yeah, I agree. I think he did really well. Came close to scoring. One hit the side post, yeah. And the presence of mind he had. You know, he's got rid of that. He's got rid of that horrible first touch. That was the thing that was doing him in the first 2-3 games of the season. Like everything just wasn't happening for him. But no, through ball from Maddison. Richie, calm, cool, collected. There's Son. Give the ball to him. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Liverpool 0. Andy Nern, Ange Australia tactic formation game plan. Ren, yeah, and people whinging about defensive subs. A defensive sub is bringing on Davison Sanchez when you're 1-0 down against AC Milan. That's a defensive sub. What Ange is doing is managing the squad. And don't forget, Liverpool's own goal. Who was up the Liverpool player's arse? It was Oliver Skipp, putting pressure on him. So what we dropped off in creativity, we got back in legs. And like I say, you know, at the end of the season, if we're up there or up thereabouts, all this management now will pay off. Maybe Ange was trying to draw Liverpool players out of the box so there could be some space. Who knows? Yeah, well, they were the times we looked more dangerous, weren't it, Ren? You know, when they were coming at us and we could play through them a bit more. But when they had, you know, eight players plus a goalkeeper in the box, it is bloody hard to get round and score. It is. Scoring's hard enough at the best of times when you haven't got bloody 8-9 players in the way, just standing there. Well, I'm pretty sure it was Tottenham who did the interview. Oh, was it? Was it on Spurs channel? Okay. I'm sorry. Ange has had some weird and wonderful mentions from different parts of the world over the years. Yeah. The last one I can recall before Fonz was Snoop Dogg. Was it when he was in charge of selling? Oh, I missed that one, man. Snoop Dogg. Well, you know, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Wow, way behind here with the comments. Bloody hell. I've been going an hour 14. I'll just go a little bit longer here, folks. KK, that's why he's so good. The hard way. Yeah, talking about Ange. Absolutely, man. Ange, you know, I know, you know, all my friends are, you know, from, I don't have any Aussie friends. They're all, you know, European, Aboriginal, Lebanese, whatever. And the fact is, it is, it is harder if you come from that background. Mark Satoshi had to laugh when Salah got a yellow card. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. KK, in the first couple of minutes, I said to myself, there are going to be red cards in this game. Their players are dirty. Do they normally play like this? I just think they lose their heads, man. That's the thing that I'm seeing. It's if things don't go their way, they get frustrated, and that's their fourth red card this season. I wouldn't say they're normally dirty. I wouldn't go that far, but more reckless. Like the first red card, which I can understand people saying that maybe it shouldn't have been a red card, but the result is the result. And my point is, if that wasn't Yves Bissouma on the ball, if it was Harry Winks, would Jones have been hell bent on making a rash challenge? No, he wouldn't. He would have been a bit calmer. But he recognised that Yves Bissouma was a threat, went the extra inch, stuffed it up, got himself sent off. Oh well, have a nice shower. Ren, I played football in the 90s and noughts in an NRL town. It was awful. People don't understand how football is treated. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. It's like if you're half good at sport in Australia, then if you play football, and I can't even use the words that are used because they use a mixture of homophobic, sexist, and racist words to describe football players in this country, soccer players. That's the way it is. Every day when I'm in my Uber, I hear that flavour. Whether it's talking about football or some other way of life, there's that attitude in this country, and they open up to me because look, they want to be me. These silly racists, they want to be me because I've got blue eyes. They think I'm like instead of being some like Northern European genetic mutant that can't even stand out in the sun. They think I'm superior. The idiots. So they open up. I hear it every day, man. I get where you're coming from, man. I haven't felt it myself. That's the thing. I can't say I understand it fully because I've never been on the receiving end of it, but I hear it all the time. Fuck me, I hear it all the time. And I'll tell you what, anyone that says it isn't like that in Australia is lying, or they're just leading a sheltered life, because I hear it all the time. You get 10 Aussies together, they'll start being racist. Every time. Really pisses me off. Hotspur Hippie, man. It's the Hotspur Hippie channel. It's not Hotspur Hopkins. It's not Hotspur Alan Jones. It's the Hotspur Hippie. It's part of what you get on this channel. It was awful. People don't really understand how the footballers are treated. My dad played in the 60s when football was treated even worse. Yeah, I know. Look, it is getting better, I suppose, but even a little bit of racism is still bloody shit. So I've got no truck for it. And the country's being divided about a bloody vote next week, when the government should have balls and just do a treaty and do the right thing by Aboriginal people instead of fobbing everything off. What do I know about Aboriginal? Look at how do I know? Government's asking me to make a decision. I don't know shit. But there you go. It's the way the government does. They're just pussies. Three-legged dog. Paul, do you think Ange would put 9 men in the box if we got 2 sent off? I suppose, man, there comes a point, isn't there? It's just, I think it's possible. Look, I don't blame Liverpool for doing that. I don't think that that's spoiling the game. I think sometimes you just don't have a choice, do you? So I think he could do. He'd probably leave it more up to the players to read the game, but I think sometimes circumstances just forces your hand a little bit. So he might do it. Matthew, even if Matic scored, Velis was ready for the tap-in. Far post. Imagine if that happened. A 19-year-old winning a game against Liverpool. Wouldn't that be amazing, man? Yeah, it would have been nice. Ange doesn't even own a bus. Yeah, he said that when he was at Celtic. KK, I remember that. Dr. Gerhard. How good is Ange? That gesture for that boy with Down syndrome, brilliant. brilliant. And you know what? The thing that was cool about that, he was just being normal. You know, he wasn't making a big thing or a big show of it. He's just treating a person with dignity like they would any other human being. I really loved it. And now he's banter with the Fonz. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, the Fonz. Yeah, the Fonz is super cool. Matthew Sonny has given me that Ronaldo vibes when he initially changed to striker and became a poacher. Then when he got older. Well, you know, why not? I mean, Sonny only needs one touch to score a goal. I'll just see where I am at the comments. Okay, I'm catching up. Oh shit, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. That's good. I'll probably start wrapping it up soon. LJ Roxu, you called it. We roughed them up today. Yes. They lose points tomorrow. Yes. You're Nostradamus reincarnate. Oh, man, you know. Look, sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. I just say what I think, you know. That's all I can go on. And when it pays off, it is, oh, no, I suppose I'm happy it goes that way sometimes, but I'm an idiot when it comes down to it. I've never been a football coach or player. What do I know? Ran exactly why I'm annoyed that people are whinging about the subs pool. Yeah, I know. We'll just play Son and Maddison until they get injuries, and then we'll miss them for 4 games. I mean, the thing about it is, like, the thing about the substitutions, right? Is like, do people really think that Ange Postecoglou has not considered perhaps that Son and Maddison are 2 of our best players, and that leaving them on might aid the better result? Do people really think he's not considered that? I mean, come on, of course he knows that. But as part of the bigger picture, the whole game, or maybe changing the flow of a game, he makes his decisions and stands by them. Brighton will turn over the title contender Liverpool, aka Winers 4-1. I think it'd be hilarious, man. Like I've been saying, we beat teams so bad they don't come back for 2 or 3 weeks after they played us. KK Ange said the yellow cards, red cards and own goals are a result of pressure. Absolutely they were. Absolutely. And I'd say the same thing about Romero's own goal against Arsenal. He had to do something because there was 2 Arsenal players right there hanging around. If he hadn't have done anything, they would have got the ball and may well have scored. So, you know, it was Arsenal pressure that led to that circumstance happening. The same with Liverpool. You know, that player probably had to think he's doing something. He's skipped there, and someone said that Valise was there. He's got to do something. Spurs weren't applying the blowtorch, then everything would have been nice. Yeah, I know. But we ain't nice, not on the pitch. Mon Joe, Liverpool players are like their fans entitled. Yeah. Gessler Toon, Klopp is the same. He thinks the football world owes him. And defeat is not an option, so he demands his players go balmy too. Yeah, great tactic. Brilliant tactic. Klopp, keep it up. They think everyone should just bow down to them, let them go with it. Gesslerton also studs up in a challenge a red card. End of. Stomp it out. Yeah. Like Jota's boot in Skippy's face last year. Drew, the question. Oh, Q. Would you rest Sonny for the Luton game as this style of play doesn't fit Son's style? Oh, that's not a bad shout. I'd rest him if he needs recovery or something like that. But I think it seems to be that when we're playing that team that sits back, Richarlison might be a better option up the middle. The short answer is, man, I don't know. But it's a possibility, isn't it? I don't know about fully resting. But maybe get the game under control a bit and then sub him off. That seems to be working all right. You know, for all these bad substitutions, it seems to be getting us results. So, but yeah, it definitely seems that Son is better when we're playing teams that are coming at us more, doesn't it? Worry without Master. KK is 100% right, and every time you raise it with deluded Liverpool fans, they ignore the point. Yeah, fuck them. I don't care what other fans think. I really don't. what happened to Sheffield after they tangled with us? Liverpool is shook. Yeah. Yeah, they could well go down against Brighton, which is, look, it's great for us. If this title race that at this moment we are in, if it continues, then us softening up other teams like Liverpool, if they drop teams against Brighton, you know, when we play Man City, they might drop teams in their next game. Last man standing, man, last man standing. If you want to last the full season, yeah, and Ange is typically stronger in the back end of the season where other teams dropped off. That's very true. So Ange needs to blow as many players as he can. And you know what? You're right, man. And this season's just a muck around. I don't think any fan has got huge expectations. I mean, I'm saying we're going to win the league and all that, but I'm not going to cry if we don't. I'm just enjoying what we're doing. So this is Ange's time to experiment. You know, if he wants to get some young players in, give them a go. There's no pressure. There's no pressure at the moment. Next year might be a different story, but this year, just relax, man. And I'll finish off with Yossarian's quote because no doubt it's going to be good. Yossarian, I like the American college coach quote Ange referenced when he asked about giving the young bloke the last question at the fan forum. Never be proud about doing the right thing. Yes. Yes. Another quote I like is, what's the word? Integrity is what you do when no one is watching. I like that. I like that one. You know, it's something to bear in the back of your mind. You know, no credit, no plaudits, no nothing. What's the right thing to do? But yeah, never be proud about doing it, or never be proud in general, really. Pride is not a good thing. We can be happy about things, but proud's a different story. But yeah, don't expect pat on the back for doing the right thing. And that's what he said. Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry. All right, we've got one more. Oh, Drewley, you can finish it off then, man. Great stream, Paul. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You brightened up my morning. Peace, love, and tranquility. Oh, well, I can't finish it on a better note than that myself. So let me just, yeah, I'll just remind people that have come in late that, you know, in case you're thinking Tottenham are not right at this moment in a title chase, who is? I'll just ask you that question. Who is? If we're not, who? Why? And just as a recap from the weekend, red cards, yellow cards, bad refereeing decision. There it is. There you go. It's what the record books say. Tottenham 2, Liverpool 1. All righty. I'm going to finish it off there, folks. Thanks very much for joining me. I'll just say thanks again for the super chat because it was a big one. Not that I respect money. I'm a hippie. But thank you, Roo Spur, for the super chat. That's very cool of you to do so. Thanks to all you people who have been watching, man. It's been a fun stream, and the comments have been really good. It's been actually a really cool stream. You know, I thought I'd go and talk up the Spurs, and I didn't get too much pushback there. You know, it was a nice vibe, and you know, I don't mind people disagreeing with me at all, but I'm just not going to argue. That's all. That's all right. We just got to understand each other as human beings on this planet. That's all we got to do, man. Anyway, till next time, folks. I've really loved it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching later, thanks for tuning in and getting some entertainment out of it. Thanks for clicking like and subscribe if that's what you've been doing. If you don't, that's fine as well. You know, I get it. I'll see you next time, folks. Peace and love, man. And peace. Hang on. I was going to click on a video. I can't do two things at the same time. So, all right, here we go. Peace and love, man. And come on, you Spurs.